Hello and welcome back to Tony's Top Shelf, and of course, Schedule 1. Where we last left off, we got a whole bunch of mixing done. We made a whole bunch of Aspen Death. We still need to package all of that up. But before we go ahead and do that, we even have some in here. Before we go ahead and do all of that, I do want to take care of the missions that we have right now, because if I don't, I will forget. We also need some more ingredients for our mixes, so we'll go ahead and grab those while we're out to make sure that we don't run out of room. I am going to drop my trash grabber, and then we can head on downtown, get these missions completed, and move on with today's tasks. So I will meet you guys over at, well, where all those people are, basically, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so our first task is to talk to the real estate person. Hi there, I'm Ray, Hyland Point's best real estate agent. Come talk to me if you're looking to purchase something. What do you have for sale? You can see all the available listings on the whiteboard to your left. Perfect. So we have the bungalow, the barn, and the docks warehouse. Obviously, we're going to go for the bungalow first because it is the cheapest. And we have a couple of businesses on offer as well, starting with the laundromat, moving up to the post office, the car wash, and taco ticklers. So we'll come back to see Ray at another point in the game, but for right now, we need to go and talk to the dealer who deals with cars. So he is right here. We'll head right on in. Hyland Auto, we'll talk to Jeremy. Greetings, mate. Welcome to Hyland Auto. Come talk to me if you're interested in acquiring one of my phone automobiles. I don't really want any of these. I mean, yeah, they're not really necessary as far as I can tell. The bike is fantastic. The only thing we might consider buying at some point is this van, just to move a little bit more product. And the last person we need to talk to is this guy, Marco. Howdy, I'm Marco. If you're looking for a fresh paint job or you need your car towed, I'm the fella for the job. Perfect. Thanks, Marco. Our next task is to earn over $10,000. Apparently we have already done that. I imagine that will update as soon as we complete a deal. But in the meantime, we do need to talk to Meg about getting ourselves some more mouthwash. I'm going to try for 140. Well, we only have 623 in the bank, so actually that's a bad idea. We should probably go for like 80 and 80 if we can afford it. That'll be 640. Yeah, we can afford that. I don't know if we can carry it all, though. I am going to go ahead and use the ATM that's on the different side at this location. I'm going to deposit all of it. It is Saturday, so I'll probably deposit all of my cash tomorrow as well, just to make sure that we get enough money in the bank account to do all the things that we're about to do. So yeah, this won't fit in our inventory. I could buy all of them and they would be placed on the pallets outside, but I think for the moment, I'm just going to do 60 of each, and we can do another run at another point. So we'll take those and we will head on back home. While we're on this nice little journey, I thought it might be a good time to let you guys know that I did install 2 new mods. Again, they don't really do a lot. I have the Mod Manager phone app just for the fact that it's required for my other mod, which is Auto Clear Completed Deals. So as we come in here, Auto Clear is on, which means if I've delivered their product, they will basically delete the messages for me. Our dealer is out of product. We should probably unassign those customers to him because I'm not planning on using him just yet. What we are planning on doing is selling a whole boatload of product ourselves. So we are going to throw all of our ingredients in here. Do we have enough in there? No, we don't. Well, we sort of do. We're going to start a mix. So I will grab that. I will throw 10 in this one along with some mouthwash. Begin that. And 10 in the other one, as well as the mouthwash, and begin that, just so that we can get started on our cooking while we harvest up and replenish our plants. So we'll be back in a little bit. One thing I'm realizing is we haven't got any offers today, and that is because I actually haven't listed Aspen Death for sale, so we'll go ahead and do that while I fertilize the rest of these plants. Hopefully all of our clients will still message us throughout the day and we can get all of those delivered by tonight. I think that'll be okay. I don't think they'll have too much of an issue with that. We are going to clean up real quick and then I will start cooking. Right, and the next thing that I want to do is I want to start being a little bit more efficient with our deals. So Sam Thompson here is wanting to buy 1 Aspen Death, and that means we're going to have to package it in a baggie. What I want to do is I want to offer him 5, and fair price is going to be 400. So let's go for, I don't know, 424. See if he takes it. If he doesn't, that is okay. So the NPCs have a weekly spending limit and a daily spending limit. Since he didn't get any today, he will increase the amount that he wants to spend tomorrow. At least I believe that is how it works. So we are going to offer these in groups of 5 and see if we can get them sold that way. That way we don't have to spend quite as much time doing packaging. So you only want 1. That's probably not going to happen, but we'll give it a go anyway. 415, 45. Nah, that's fine. So we'll be doing less deliveries in the short term, but overall, it should help us get this product out a little bit quicker. Of course, in order to accommodate that, we are going to have to buy a few jars if I don't get stuck on that curb, and that should be fine. And the jars are so much easier to pack. So we are going to grab 40 jars for $120. I hope we have enough to get everything done that we need to do today. I think that'll be absolutely fine. I don't know how many people are going to say no to us, but you know what? It's a little bit of an experiment. So we're going to take these baggies out. We'll throw some jars in. Baggies can go back in there. Jars can go in there. And we'll grab all of the product that we want to package and start packing it. And the reason why 5 is so much easier than 1 is because we can drag them all at the same time. Simple, right? That is 10 packaged, that is 15 packaged, and that is 20 packaged, right? And it just takes up so much less space. So we can package these all up real quick, and then I will continue cooking. All right, hello, sir. Hey, I really need some of your stuff right now. You got anything? I can make you an offer. I don't know if you're going to like it because I only have bags of 5. 0% chance of success. You can put this up to $200 and there's a slight chance. I need to grab it first. Let me just quickly grab 1 normal OG Kush and see if you're interested in this. That's a 96% chance. I'm going to go for 102 with 28. You can have it. There you go. That should tide you over. We're going to take this garbage can and hopefully take this out to the bin. Yeah. If you don't satisfy what they want, sometimes they can try and beat you up. So, you know, I don't have any weapons at the moment. So we just want to make our little addicts happy, you know? Keep them happy and they won't hurt us. That's the plan. I also am offering these 5 at a slightly discounted rate at this point. So fair price is 400. I'm going to sell it to him for 380. He's still going to say no, but that's absolutely fine. Like I said, we should make it all back in the long term, I hope. If I am horribly mistaken, then, you know, it is what it is. And because we did sell to him, Uncle Nelson wants to talk to us at the payphone because we have now made over $10,000 as far as the game concerned. 10k in earnings, not bad at all. Soon you'll have the capital needed to start manufacturing meth, but first you're going to need to purchase some equipment. Your best bet for getting tools you need is the warehouse. It's the local spot where you can go, where you can do business with like-minded individuals, weapons, specialized equipment, workers for hire, all the good stuff. It's the brick building behind the liquor store. Head down there and see if you can mosey your way in. Just keep in mind they'll only let you in once you've built a solid rep for yourself. So that's fine. I believe we can get into there at the moment. We did level up quite quickly. 360 for 5? Nope. Okay. 1. Yeah, you're probably not going to take this offer either. Nope. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm making a horrible mistake by doing that, but, you know, at least we have easy deliveries tonight. The warehouse is now open. It is only open after 6, but I want to continue packaging up this product before we get going for the night. So give me 2 seconds. And we have run out of seeds. So that is going to be another dead drop from Albert Hoover. I don't believe we owe him anything at the moment. I'm going to just straight up order another 10. That should be ready in 5 hours. So I will chop these plants, but I won't replant them just yet because I only have 2 seeds and I would like to plant the full 4 just for the sake of completedness. All right, looks like we only have 3 deals for the night, but that is going to be absolutely fine. Like I said, I'm hoping that I am correct in the fact that my customers will pay more tomorrow. But for right now, we can just basically give them a jar each, make a decent amount of money, not a ton, but it should be enough to keep us going. And then from there, we can start really scaling up with the amount that our customers are ordering. Of course, we are going to drop by the, the warehouse over here, sneak past those cops, knock on the door and say, hey, can I come in? Oh yeah, boss man told me about you. Come in. So this is unlocked after you reach a certain rank, and this is where you buy all of the illicit things that you want. So Oscar over here tells you smell nice, and then he will sell you different things. So if we have a quick look at his inventory, for instance, he sells the lab oven, the chemistry station, and he also sells the mixing station level 2, but we need to be peddler level 2 before we can get to that. I really like that quite a lot because we are doing a lot of mixing. I believe we have enough soil. I think everything else is fine. He does sell suspension racks and things as well if you want to upgrade from your grow tents. We will probably get to that at some point, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I don't think there's anything I really need to buy from him. He also sells you ingredients to make the next product. This here is our weapons dealer. He will sell us weapons. He has a few different options: ranged, melee, ammo, and nevermind. So we are going to say nevermind for right now because we really don't have the cash to be spending on that. Igor here is our security guard, and we have Manny, who is going to ask us if we're new in town. This guy is the local fixer, so this is where you can hire employees. You can hire cleaners who pick up trash and empty trash cans, botanists who do planting, plant maintenance and harvesting, handlers who do packing and moving of items, and chemists who use the chemistry station, the lab oven, the cauldron, and the mixing station. Currently in the bungalow, we can only hire 1 employee, and honestly, I don't think it's really worth it. I mean, we could go ahead and get a botanist to deal with doing all of our plant stuff, but I mean, we could. It's an option. We don't have any plants right now. No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to just do it manually for the moment. And then once we move out into the bungalow, sorry, did I say bungalow? I meant the, what's it called? The sweatshop is where we are currently. Once we get to the bungalow, I will go ahead and hire it. But while we're in the sweatshop, I'm just going to leave it as doing everything myself, because that feels like about the scale we should be at the moment. So we'll get this last deal done for Jesse over here, head on home, do anything we might need to do back there, and yeah, go from there. It is currently Sunday at 3 a.m. We could go ahead and deposit all our cash now, but I'm going to wait until, well, I might forget. We're not going to need cash for anything else in the short term, so I'm going to deposit all of that in there. We potentially should have paid off our Albert Hoover. Is this still not ready yet? It's got to be close. We can always pick it up in the morning and then deal with our plants then. It is already 3:23 in the morning, so I might go ahead and do that. And we also need to go to the gas mart as well, but that is all for tomorrow. So we will go ahead and sleep. We only sold 1 OG Kush and 15 Aspen Death today. We still earned 435 XP and $1,500, but a bit of a slow day overall. I'm hoping tomorrow is much faster. And that is going to unlock Packaging Station Mark II. I don't really want that. The Packaging Station Mark I is actually far faster, especially if you're doing jars. Our dead drop is ready, and we should probably go and pick that up before we do absolutely anything. I'm going to throw my leftover product in here. I will throw my trash thing in here, and we'll grab some more ingredients to do some more mixing while we're out as well. So I'll see you guys by the pawn shop. There is our Kush seeds, and we'll go right across the bridge to the gas mart, to grab ourselves some more mixing ingredients. And head on back home. Alrighty, our daily chores are complete. I'll go ahead and answer these text messages, and I'm hoping that today people are a little bit more receptive to buying 5 at a time. Austin Steiner there is absolutely not. How about you, Meg? Would you like to buy 5 of me? Give it to you for the low price of $3.95. Absolutely not. Kyle Cooley wants 3, so this is a little bit more likely. $3.90, let's go for $4.10. You had a pretty high offer for 3. Absolutely fantastic. Peter File here? Maybe. There's a chance. $3.95? Nope. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I might be making huge mistakes by doing it this way. Please do let me know in the comments down below if I am making the biggest mistakes. I'm going to continue with these mixes, and then I will go ahead and head back to the gas mart to get a few more ingredients. Alright, so I am starting to question myself. So I think I might only do it if they want to buy 3 or more. If they want to buy less than that, I will just go ahead and sell them less than that. So I'm going to get this mix done. I will package this all up into baggies rather than the jars, and we can go from there. I also need to go around town and collect all of the customers that I don't actually have yet, because I just had a quick look and there are actually quite a few. So we'll get this all packaged up real quick. I don't believe I have any more in there. I can also unbox those if I ever need to. It's not like they're in those jars forever. We can take them out. That is possible. But for right now, I'm going to package these all up one by one. Alright, and next mission, since these are not yet grown, is going to be to run around town and get a whole bunch of brand new customers. For these, I still am going to offer them 1 more than they asked for about a fair price. I generally go plus 100, minus 80 or 70, depending on what they initially started with. So Sam Thompson here still doesn't want it, which is kind of a little bit wild to me. You want 5, so I'm going to do the same thing. $4.80 should be a reasonable price for that, and he is going to accept that deal, so that is fantastic. And Ludwig here, $1.65 for 2? Absolutely. Okay, perfect. We're starting to get some more deals again. I am going to run around town for a little bit here and grab myself some new customers, hopefully. We have George Green over here, Kim Delaney, Doris Lubin, and Chloe Bowers. Molly over there is a potential dealer. I don't really care about that just yet, so I'll run around and we'll be back once I've done that. I believe that is everyone we can recruited as customers. So it's probably time to head back home for a little bit here, get a little bit more work done, and then we'll come out and deliver all of our product. And hopefully before it gets too late, I can make a quick run to the hardware store and get a little bit more fertilizer. I hope. I think he might be closed already. No, he's not. Perfect. That must have been perfect timing. I actually don't know what time he shuts. I'm going to grab another, well, let's grab another 20 fertilizer. It should last us for a little bit. We now only have $200 left in the bank account, but that should be enough. We should be able to make that work. And that means we can keep growing our plants. And it should now be time to go out and make some deliveries. So we'll do that. We are having a lot more luck selling them in singles. I really don't know why it didn't work. Maybe I just wasn't patient enough, but it was scaring me and I wanted cash now. So maybe that's a strategy we'll implement in the future. But for right now, I really just want to be selling as much as I possibly can. I'm also just going to deposit all the money we just made because I'm not 100% sure if the ATM resets at midnight or when we go to sleep. And I would hate to lose out on all of that cash. There's a policeman there. Run away. So we will double check that in a little bit. Also, apparently if you just turn away from police, they can't see you. I don't know what that's about, but it is what it is. They should have passed enough by now to get these deals done. So we'll continue on doing our deals. All right, and Jerry here has recommended his friend Shirley. She can hook us up with Pseudo, and he's passed her number on to us. That is how we get supplies for meth. Also, if you didn't know, you can jump over this fence. You just have to do a crouch jump and get it right. So sprint, jump, crouch, perfect. And you can get over there. A little bit tricky sometimes, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. So I believe, yeah, that's just Shirley Watts messaging us, letting us know that we have her number. She is the girl we go to if we want any Pseudo. Now, we have $3,384 in our pocket, and I want to see whether or not it's Monday and the thing has reset, or if I can still deposit things. And it looks like it does reset at midnight, so keep that in mind. If you're doing late night deals on Sunday night, you cannot go ahead and deposit that into your bank account before the limit resets. Uncle Nelson wants to chat. Oscar will sell you everything you need to make meth with the exception of Pseudo. For that, you're going to need to hook yourself up with a supplier. I don't know any Pseudo suppliers, but we just found one, so blah, 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 blah. Open up your contacts app and look for a supplier in Westville, keep unlocking customers in that region, and you'll get their attention in no time. We already have their attention, and that is absolutely fine. Our next objectives are going to be to purchase all of the equipment we need to make meth, but I am not going to do that. Where would we put that in this little apartment? So our next actual goal is going to be to unlock the bungalow. So I might speed through a couple of days here, just make up a bunch of cash so we can get our setup up and running. And yeah, I'll see you in a little bit after a somewhat of a montage, I imagine. Alright, so I've let the game run for about a day and a half. We currently have 8,400 in our pocket. The very first thing that I want to mention is I raised the price on my Aspen Death. Apparently, you can raise the price to about 1.6 times, so we are now selling for a lot more. And I could still go ahead and counter offer, raise it up by another 100. I don't think I want to. I think I will stop doing that and just start accepting my deals. The very first thing that I want to do now, though, is go ahead and talk to Albert Hoover. I believe we can now set up a meet, and that is going to allow us to basically buy a whole bunch more product. So he is going to be next to the mayor's house for the next 6 hours, so we are going to head over there and buy ourselves some more seeds because we are running low. So yeah, this is Albert Hoover. We can now go ahead and talk to him and buy basically as much as we want. I'm going to buy 30 for now. That's going to cost us $900. Unfortunately, that does take up 3 stacks in our inventory, but that's not going to be the biggest deal in the world. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and actually buy ourselves the bungalow so we can start expanding our operation a little bit. So we are going to head over to the real estate. Actually, no, we need to go to an ATM first. Is there one down here somewhere? Surely. This is the other hardware store that we've never used, but we do have an ATM here, and we can go ahead and deposit I want to deposit 6,000. I don't think there's a way to type this in, so let's do this for a second. We'll be back in a sec. Right, we now have 6,000 in our bank account, and we can go over to the real estate and say, hey, excuse me, I would like to buy a property. So we are going to buy the bungalow. The next unlock is $25,000, so that's fine. But we now have access to the bungalow. Now, we can't buy a lot of the stuff that we need for the bungalow just yet, partly because we don't have enough money, and partly because the warehouse isn't open yet, and I'm going to need to buy a lot of my supplies from there, but I can move what I can for the moment. So I have a little bit of a layout planned. I'm going to throw that up on screen now, assuming that I remember. And that is going to be the sort of system we go with. I will go ahead and hire employees and all of that, but we need to make up a little bit more money first. So I will probably just go ahead and continue making my product for today. We might take a couple of storage racks and things over, but other than that, we're probably going to pretty much be leaving the bungalow for tomorrow once we have a little bit more cash from our dealings tonight. So we'll jump back into Timelapse and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, I'd like to welcome you all to the bungalow. So this is going to be our new base of operations. This is going to be my bedroom. I am going to have a little bit of storage in here, but most of my storage will be dedicated to the different things that we are storing. So we're going to have storage all along there, and then eventually I will have 4 storage racks here as well. But we are going to have machines there. 1, 2 there, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And there. So this will be my machines. I'll have mixing stations here and here. I'll have packaging stations here and here. These will be like final buds probably that will then go into the mixing stations. These will be final products. I'll have extra storage back there. We are going to have some different things in here. I believe the trash can lives right about there. Sorry, I just had to answer my doorbell. But yeah, I believe the bin is going there. We're going to have grow plants all around that. For the moment, I'll probably put the rest of the stuff just in here. And that'll be absolutely fine. So we're going to continue on with the night. I'll get all my deliveries done and we'll come back at that point. Alright, so we didn't make quite as much money as I would have liked. I definitely can't get all of the things that I wanted, but we can definitely get started. So I'm going to talk to Oscar over here. I'm going to get myself another 4 suspension racks. I'm going to get 6 moisture preserving pots, just so that my gardeners don't have to water the things as much. I think that'll be worthwhile. I'm going to grab 4 more LED grow lights, and I'm going to grab myself 6 beds. We can definitely afford that. I mean, I only technically need 2 for right now, so I might save myself a little bit of money there. Mostly because I would like to at least buy 1 of the new mixing stations. I don't think I particularly need anything else just yet, so I think we'll start with that. I'm going to grab 1 of those, and we need $3,080, so I do need to go ahead and withdraw just a tiniest little amount of cash. We'll go in here and we'll withdraw, well, we'll withdraw 100, that'll be fine. Done there, and now we should be able to afford all of those things. Go ahead and purchase that, and we can go and start setting up the new bungalow. But I might go ahead and do that in the morning because it is 4 a.m. and it just feels a little bit cheesy to be doing it now. The only other thing that I wanted to do was hire a gardener, and I think we might need to withdraw the rest of our cash to be able to do that. So I am going to withdraw all of it, please. Thank you. I don't know why there's not a max on the withdrawal, but there is on the other thing. A little bit unfortunate. We wasted a little bit of our capital in doing that, but I would like to hire an employee, and I would like to hire a botanist first. They are going to be going to the bungalow. That is $1,000 signing fee, and I can't afford it. Okay, so that's tomorrow night's problem then. In the meantime, we can go ahead and get it set up. So I'll go home, I'll sleep for the night, and then we'll come back in the morning and start setting up the bungalow. Alright, first things first, I'm going to grab everything we need from in here. I'm going to leave these pots. I will take the LED grow lights though, and we can start taking over a couple of different things as well. I'll start with 1 stack of soil because we can't really carry anything else. I could, of course, drop my trash things, but I'm already out of the house now, so I'm going to move a whole bunch of stuff over, and then we'll come back once we're somewhat organized over there. Alright, so this is going to be my grow setup. I will have 1 botanist working in here. This will be a supply shelf, and then the other one will be like an overflow supply shelf that the employee themselves won't actually use, but it'll be there for extra supplies. So I'm going to continue bringing a whole bunch of stuff over here. We also have the brand new mixing station, which now takes full stacks and doesn't produce any trash, which is very, very nice. So yeah, I'm going to keep moving stuff over, and we'll be back in a little bit. I believe that is everything now moved over. We definitely still need to buy a few more things, but in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and find Benji and just give him this random 16 OG Kush that I still have lying around. I thought that was Benji for a second. Where is Benji is the question. He is at home. Perfect. Mostly because he hasn't been dealing for us in the meantime, because we get more money if we do it ourselves. So we are going to give this to him. He also has $453 for us, please. Thank you. We'll give him that. We're not going to give him any customers just yet. Eventually we will. But for right now, I am just going through. I did change my mind again. I am still counter offering. I'm basically just saying, hey, do you want to buy 1 more for an extra $100? It's a little bit cheaper than their regular pricing, but it moves us through our product a little bit faster. It gets us a little bit more cash in our pocket, which is always nice to see. What is our deposit limit at? We can deposit another $1,300. Okay, we're going to pretty much be having to use that purely for supplies, and we're going to try and have to buy everything we can with cash. So that is pretty much all sorted. It looks like Mick is actually in the pawn shop at the moment, so we should probably go ahead and sell him the rest of the things that we can use. So we have this stuff in here, but I'm going to swing by the sweatshop real quick because I think there's a couple of things in there that I want to sell as well. Namely my mixing stations, because those are both going to be upgraded to the next level, so we can sell him both of those. We also don't really need these small shelves anymore. This one I will move to the other location. This one, do we need any of that stuff? I mean, I'll probably keep those. We can sell him the grow tents, the sprinklers, all of this stuff can go to Mick. Get us a little bit of extra cash in our pocket, which will be nice. I will also grab this just so that I can move it over. And I'll leave that and the bed for now. It's always nice to have a place to sleep if we need it. So I'll run over here, past these officers who hopefully don't search me, although I don't actually think I have anything incriminating on me right now. It's a little bit suspicious, the items I'm carrying, but overall, I don't think they would actually care. Also, apparently we had trash cans in here. Oh well. So I don't have room for all of that stuff, but we can sell what we have to you real quick. Hi, I would like to sell some stuff. I would like to sell 2 mixing stations, 3 medium storage racks, small storage rack, 2 grow tents, 4 pot sprinklers, 2 plastic... Oh, okay, that's all. So start that. What are you going to do? 960? Let's get an extra $100 out of you. Yeah, done. All right, and we're going to talk to him again real quick. I'd like to sell you those 2 things. I didn't mean to sell that. Cancel. Take that out. Take that out, actually. I'm going to run back to the motel real quick. We only have 20 minutes to get this done. Probably should have used the skateboard. I'm going to grab the rest of the stuff that I wanted to sell. All of this, and quickly run back there to hopefully get this done before he closes. Plenty of time. Awesome. So, hi, I would like to sell you, not that, all of these things, and give me as much money as you can. So, extra $100? Call it 240. I don't know what I offered, but 260? Yeah, done. Thanks. All right, perfect. So it is now 6 p.m. We can probably actually go ahead and hire our guy now that we've done that, which is kind of fun. I definitely need to still buy a couple more things, but at the very least we can start producing our flowers. So I would like to hire myself a botanist, please, at the bungalow. That is $1,000 and the daily wage is $200. Absolutely. Perfect. We now have our very first employee, which is very, very cool. I also need to buy some fertilizer. Do you sell fertilizer? I don't think you do. You don't. Of course you don't. Why would you? We are running low on fertilizer. That is something that I want to get before the shop shuts, but I can't actually remember what time the shop shuts. So we're going to sprint over here. We need to stop at an ATM on the way. And you're still open, so that's good. Let's go ahead and deposit, I don't know, $500. Done. And quickly run over here. I don't know what time you shut. You shut at 8. Okay, perfect. And I would like to purchase myself, I don't know, like 20 fertilizer. That's $600. Of course it is. Let's get 16 fertilizer then, please. And now we can run that over to the bungalow. I will show you what we've got going on and we'll set up that botanist real quick. Alright, so here we are. This storage shelf is going to go there. I'm going to throw all of that fertilizer in there so that we at least have a little bit to work with. And then we can go ahead and grab out our clipboard. Say, hi, Mr. Botanist. I am going to first assign you to a bed. So you are going to sleep there. And then we can go ahead and say, excuse me, you are going to get your supplies from this shelf there. Your pots and drying racks are going to be this one. If you hold shift and left click, you can select multiple at a time. I think you need to hold shift, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to anyway. And that is that done. That one didn't count. All right. And now we just need to manage our pots. So again, if we shift left click on each of our pots, we can manage them all at the same time. We're going to say these are all OG Kush. The only additive you're going to add is fertilizer, and the destination will finish. Can you... I need to grab it first. That's really annoying that you interrupted me like that. Let me just quickly deal with this. So, hi, you can have... Make an offer. You can have that. 100% chance of success. Fine. Take it. I don't care. And then we're going to grab our clipboard back out again and say shift left click on all of them because we were rudely interrupted, and manage, and the destination will go to right there. That is how we're going to work that. So all of our buds will now end up in here. The only thing left to do to make that actually work is go ahead and give our employee some pay. I'm going to give him 2 days pay just so that we don't have to worry about it for a little bit. But he will go ahead and take supplies, or she will go ahead and take supplies from this, fill up our pots with soil, plant some seeds, fertilize them, harvest them, throw them over there. That is the general idea. So we now no longer have to worry about that. I'll go ahead and accept all these counteroffers and get these deals done, and then we'll go ahead and buy the rest of the things that we actually need. unfortunately, you are bugged a little bit here, Kim, because you didn't quite get to your spot. So that is a little bit annoying. One way to fix that without... Oh, hello. You need some stuff as well? Sure. Yeah, you can have one. There you go. So one way to fix this is to punch them, but I don't like doing that. So I am instead going to run into her with my skateboard. Eventually she should get up, she'll reset her position, and then we can go ahead and complete that deal. So if that ever happens to you, that is how you go ahead and fix it. And I always fail this jump the first time. But we're going to go around and sell all of our things, and then we'll end up back at the warehouse to purchase some more materials. Right, that's all our deals complete for the night. We have $6,490 in our pocket, which should hopefully go a long way into getting a whole bunch of stuff ready for the bungalow. So we are going to jump straight back down here, hope that there's no cops around this bend, and buy a whole bunch of stuff. So we're going to talk to Oscar first, because I would like a couple of more things from you. Namely, I would like a packaging station Mark II. I would like another tier 2 mixing station, and I actually think that might be it. We should probably grab a couple more baggies and jars while we're here. So we'll grab 40 of you and 40 of you. We can't carry all of that. So I'll grab 20 more jars. Really? Oh, because I have product on me. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. I don't think we really need... Well, let's go for 20 baggies and 20 jars then. And that'll be good. We'll grab all of that, and then we can go up and start hiring a few more people. One of the first people that I would like to hire is a cleaner, because I don't like trash. So you are going to work in the bungalow. That's a deal. And next up, we are going to hire ourselves a handler, I think 2 handlers and 1 chemist. So we'll go ahead and grab at least 1 handler for now at the bungalow. Deal. We still have 1,860 left, so I would also like to hire a chemist at the bungalow. Deal. And that leaves us with a total of $80. So we can't actually pay any of them yet. But that is what it is, I suppose. At the very least, we can get it all set up and ready to go. And then once we have a little bit more cash in our pocket, we can start actually working them. Because they're all just going to stand around for a little bit because I don't have any money to pay them. So my second packaging station is going to live right there. My second mixing station is going to live right there. This packaging station is going to be dedicated to baggies. This mixing station is going to be dedicated to jars. We have a little bit of spare product that is just going to live back in the shelf there. And that should be good to go. We do need to go ahead and buy ourselves some more mix ingredients. But you can see our botanist here has been working hard getting these plants all up and running. And yeah, we can start assigning some of these people. So you're already assigned to all your things. As far as the cleaner goes, you just need a bed. And I forgot to buy more beds. So you can sleep there for the moment. Can you not sleep there? Did that not work? Cleaner. Bed. I need you to go there. Perfect. And you are going to work on this trash can and this trash can alone. That should cover this entire area, and this is the only area that is actually going to be producing any trash. So that should work out nicely. And then we have our handler. Now, you're not going to be able to get a bed yet, but we can go ahead and assign you to a station. So for right now, most of our deals are actually dealing with the baggies. So I'm going to assign you to that station, and then we'll start setting up your routes. So we have raw product coming in here. So this needs to go to this mixing station. We need to add a route from this storage to this mixing station. This is where we'll house all of our ingredients. We need to set up a route from this storage to this mixing station. The mixing station will automatically go ahead and put that product wherever we tell it, which is probably going to be here. This won't be our final product. So we can go from this, if I can get my clipboard. Oh, Right, we need to reselect our handler. Grab you. We are going to go from this, which is going to have raw aspen death. That will go from there. For now, it'll only go to here. The other handler that we'll hire will bring it to the other station. And then we can go from, actually, do we need, if we manage this, yeah, this can have its own destination. So its destination is going to be here, right? So what we have going on is we have, and can we set these up? Yeah, we can. So I'm going to put the threshold to 10. I'm going to say you transfer your product directly to there. You transfer your product directly to there. And that's a threshold of 10. You have a destination, and that destination is going to also be there. And that should work out. So what's going to happen is our handlers are going to grab raw kush from here, drop it in here. They're going to grab our first ingredient, which is mouthwash, drop it in here. Once this is finished, they'll bring it over to here. Did I do that? Yes. From there, they will grab our second mixing ingredient from this shelf, bring it to here. This will then go over to here. They'll come from here down to here. They'll grab baggies. Did we set up baggies? I'm not 100% sure. I don't think we did. We also need to go from here to here. And that will bring the baggies over. They'll go ahead and do that, and then they'll send it over to here. Right. That makes sense. So this is no longer our finished product. This will be our finished product, and that should all work out. The only thing stopping us for the moment is the fact that we don't have enough beds, and we don't have enough money to pay our employees. We also need to go ahead and assign our chemist to a mixing station. For right now, I'm going to assign them to both of them. Shift left click to select both. And that should be that. So they are assigned to 2 out of 4 of our things. And we can go ahead and save, make sure that is all good. And yeah, I think that is where we're going to leave the episode today. We set up a lot, and we'll come back next time to make sure that this is all functional. We need to go out and make a little bit more money so that we can actually pay our employees. But yeah, that should be good to go. And we should have enough product in here to get this whole process kick-started. We just need a few more ingredients, a little bit more cash, and it's going to be good. So I will go to sleep for the night, which I actually can't do here. Can I just unassign the cleaner? Because we're not paying them anyway. So manage cleaner. Unassign that bed, and we'll go to sleep in their bed, and they won't care. So we're going to end it there. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, please do make sure to go ahead and leave a like and a comment for the sake of engagement. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Consider becoming a member to get early access to all of our videos. But until next time, happy building, happy growing. Bye, guys.